All right, welcome to Raising Funds for World Domination, day number 245. Cybernetic Logos says, hello, Robert. How's it going? So, today, there's basically no updates. The rent eviction situation is still the same. We won on the case. There is supposedly... I got the initial papers for... I think that was November now. I should actually write down the date. So I got papers stating the landlord's intention to appeal the ruling. Still no details, but we'll see. We'll see how much of a deal it is. But we won the main case, and many people asked me for details. But yesterday, I finally released the long-awaited full details. So people asked for details, and they've got 2 hours of details. And of course, there's the Shopify Store. I haven't had a single sale in like a month, so that may have turned out to have been a waste of time, but we'll see. No updates means more hacking. Yeah, it'll be nice. I kind of don't really want the rent eviction thing to become my life, but I mean, I already went through a lot of that. The first 6 months especially was crazy. I guess it was actually the first full year was just crazy with, and there was a lot of those details about stuff that went on in the building. It didn't really make sense to be public about that at the time, but I thought it was relevant to document if someone else ends up in a situation. Those are you would expect that the legal process would be the main thing, but a lot of the issue was down to interpersonal things and organizational stuff. And hello, Robert. I'm new here. What is this about? This is, I guess, my daily update live stream. Usually I do programming on my block mining game. I probably won't get there today. It depends how busy the chat is. But I figured I'd just come on and do an update about what progress I made on the various fronts that I'm working on, which includes such things as my video productions, the videos I'm working on, the block mining video game. I literally would have just moved. Yeah, that was honestly, that's not a bad idea. But with my income, like if I made a lot more money, it would be a pretty easy verdict. But with the amount of monthly income I had, it was like, and I figured I'll stick it out, because initially I thought it would be mostly the legal aspect, but then it just becomes like a sunk cost fallacy. Such a pushover when it comes to people not wanting to be around. It's like, if you don't want me, your property, I'm out. Well, it's legally we have a right to continue our leases. Honestly, one of the other reasons when they came by with like doing a whole tenant union and stuff, I was like, it's been a while since I was like involved in any kind of community thing. I thought like this will be a neat introduction to see, like, to kind of get involved and build a community and meet new people and stuff. So I thought that like whatever happens, like when we did like the protest and stuff, I thought like this will be an interesting. I will learn things about the world and about people and activism and stuff like that. And honestly, it's been quite an eye-opening experience. Raj Singh 8 Y7Z sends a wave. How's it going? Perfect stream to discuss seemingly magical but physical, realistic success techniques to win at business. Seemingly magical but physical. That's a lot of words. Strong tenant law is great. Yeah, I think honestly we have so many other problems in, like, the law itself is such a minor aspect of this whole fiasco. It was very disorienting having like 3 separate organizations that kind of descended upon the place. Instantly, as soon as there were an eviction starting, and to try and like figure out who all these people are, and figure out like who actually lives in the building, and then miscommunications and lots of chaos. I guess we'll open up the terminal block mining game. If you don't exercise your right, forget it was a right. I mean, yeah, if you don't exercise your rights, you lose them. Yeah, it's I don't know. The ROI of staying here is questionable. It's certainly been it's taken a lot of my attention away fighting this rent eviction situation. But then I wanted to still be up here in Kitchener because of just to be closer to some semblance of like a tech community. But I don't know. I kind of figured I'd meet more like tech people or people who are like academics or something involved in some of all this stuff. But it's mostly just a lot of, honestly, there's a lot of like older people who are kind of like blindsided by how the like social safety nets have deteriorated. Giordani says hello there. How's it going? All right, let's fire up the block mining game. So I guess there is one thing I could work on tonight. I don't know if I'll get started on this. I was actually thinking about eventually adding like a keyboard input thing, but I'd probably be too distracted. Who's the new owner? Forgot his name. The new owner is Michael Klein is the guy that's associated with, it's like the common theme. There's like him, and he has a son, and then there's also like they use oops, look at that. They have like a shell, usually a shell corporation for each building, and that'll have like a different person on it and stuff. I'm great. I would create a text editor, Emacs, like I like Vim. I'm great. I would like to. I would like to create a text editor. I'm having trouble parsing that sentence. Are you a fan of Rob Ford? Rob Ford passed away, didn't he? The USA fully legalized cold processed marijuana 2019, and now nearly all U.S. states sell it without regulation. It's one of the largest legislative blunders in history. Yeah, there was some recent change to reclassify it or something. I don't really, I'm not into that stuff, so I don't follow it. Klein. Yeah, actually, there's interestingly, there's like 5 different people who are all named Klein, who are all involved in commercial real estate. So it's like 5 different people named Michael Klein. Merry Christmas to all. To all a good night. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. It's crazy. I guess that I'm not sure what specifically you mean. I want to create a text editor with the behavior of Emacs, but with the key bindings of Vim. I don't use Emacs. There's probably, that sounds like the kind of thing that would already exist. Some person may have already made that. Thanks for the update. No problem. Hopefully it, I assume you mean the update video. Hopefully that helps at least one person who is facing a similar situation. Change is dumb. Most legislators too stupid to even understand the blunder. Recent change basically did nothing because cold processed marijuana was already legal and off of Schedule 1. I don't have an opinion on that. Boxing Day, you're in Australia? Oh yeah, I guess we're 2 hours away from Boxing Day. Only heat processed was illegal. They just recently demoted it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Random. I don't like I said, I don't have any opinion on it. It's not something I think about or care about. So I guess the other game progression I was thinking about adding was the ability to process the wood into something like coal or charcoal. I still need to add that. Been been looking for a text editor like that, but I can't find anything similar. There's Doom Emacs. I feel it has too many things. Just Emacs with things built on top. Maybe. You said you just want like Emacs, but with Vim bindings. It sounds like the kind of thing that would, like, there must be some way to, some way to add a plugin and to just like change the bindings somehow in a configuration. I mean, I guess if you wanted, you could probably like just clone the source code and change it. We were discussing legal system. I was just talking about how most of the people, how dumb most of the people involved in the legal system actually are. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like there's like laws that you can pass, and then there's a lot of different aspects to the legal system. I know it's getting increasingly common in government for like people to propose bills and stuff, like amendments to the law, and then no one actually reads them, and then or they try to pass them super quick. Like right now, I think there's a whole bunch of like, I don't know, censorship and control laws they're trying to jam through the government in really short notice. And they'll make some really dumb law and then try to pass it. Then it won't pass. Then they'll bring back a new law that's like the same thing. Trying to sneakily pass that. SpaceMax has evil mode. Don't know anything about Emacs. So if I was going to do any changes tonight, something I do need is a way to send input. Haven't you slept well yesterday, brother? Can you spare me until at least day 245 of world domination? Haven't you slept well? I guess. Can I spare you until it already is day 245. I guess, this is only day 245 of the raising funds for world domination. I guess the actual dominating part won't take place until I get to 12 billion. I've been waiting for day 245 for many days. What's so special about day 245? Happy Christmas. Thank you. Happy Christmas to you too. Hence my request to be spared on day 245 after I achieve the raising of 12 billion. I'm sure that should be pretty easy. I'll make a note of it. Let's browse some source code so I can think about this. So if I add a feature to have like a text box, this will definitely have to be moved. I guess I can just add a similar case to every frame that I want to allow quitting directly from. Tab, I guess that would have to mean tab is not an allowed character. If I keep that here, then I guess otherwise this is doable. Said happy Christmas and 7 people join stream. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and good New Year to all. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, it didn't go up again. Just finished your latest video. Excellent. Gripping narrative. Keep producing content. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. It was a lot of work to make that video. In a way, it's like kind of mind-numbingly boring, but at the same time, I think it's important. It is important for society to at least have one documented narrative of all that. Although hopefully, it remains to be seen whether I can sustainably produce that kind of content in the future. But it's kind of nice to things seem to have been slowing down a bit. Hopefully the appeal just gets dismissed and is uneventful. If you contribute to any open source project, I think people really like that. Not really. Although there was I worked at a company or we used an open source thing, and then I wrote some test cases to to fuzz test something, and we found some bugs in it. So that I think got merged in. That was technically a contribution. Robert, you should try out Ranger. It's a Python terminal program. Gives you a file explorer. You can open Vim directly from it. Maybe. I don't know. I try to just minimize my dependencies. I did see you talking about business. What business have you worked on, Robert? Did see me talking about business in other videos? What business have you worked on? I have my own business. I don't know. It's I have a bunch of videos about my experiences doing consulting and working with other businesses, mostly software businesses. There's lots of ways I can answer that question. Do you think there will be a World Domination Day 1000 live stream? That would be epic. I don't know. That would. What is that, like 3 years? That would be. That'd be quite a ways in the future. Number went down. Oh, you're right. You only worked the first time. Robert, how many hours a day do you work? Can you increase it drastically? Probably not. I work on stuff pretty much every day. I guess there's just things I necessarily have to do. One is every other day I do some exercise that takes a couple hours. Of course, I have to sleep. There's some people who can sleep like 6 hours, but I get my full 8 hours every night. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to function. Yeah, actually, the last month has been basically taken up by that video. That was just very time consuming, tons and tons of editing, and but I mean the runtime was 2 hours, so that's where it all went. Actually, the next few days I probably won't work very much on nothing productive. I've over the past month, it's just other random stuff I've neglected, just like random stuff like laundry and cleaning and whatnot. That's probably what I'll work on. But now that I've cleared up a few things, there's not really much at the moment anyway. There's no more renovation stuff to work on. The latest video is done. There was another video idea I had that I had a bit of work on. I probably will work on that. And then also there was some local multiplayer code that I have. And there's actually a few things I have to do manually off stream to merge it in. And then maybe I'll actually just continue grinding away, like maybe 1 hour at a time on implementing multiplayer, which I think is a very, very important feature. Open a coffee shop. It is software relatable. That's a lot of work to open a coffee shop. That's a side tangent that I will probably not do. Where should you open a coffee shop? Yeah, that's a good question. Just in my apartment. If I set up a coffee shop in my apartment, then I'll get evicted. You're not allowed to have a business in your apartment. What amazed about artificial intelligence? What's your opinion about it? What is my opinion on artificial intelligence? I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I think it'll be important in the future. It'll be a truck coffee shop. That sounds like a revolutionary idea. Is it? I'm pretty sure that already exists. That would be a difficult business. If you went to like certain events and stuff a lot, maybe. There's probably like 10,000 municipal licenses you have to get. Multiplayer block mining simulation game. Yep. That's, I think, where things need to go. Although I'm kind of disappointed that my revenue, the revenue for the block game, has basically gone to zero. I don't know. It seems like a lot of the super chats and memberships and stuff seems to have dried up a bit in the last little while. I guess I think I've heard from a lot of other YouTube people said that revenue is down across the board. The economy seems to be really in the toilet right now. What's the plan for Afterworld? It's been finally dominated. I think the main thing is just it'll be a never-ending battle to like fix all the problems, fix the economy. We have all these like elites that control the world that are doing bad things and making people unhappy. But instead of that, we could just we should do good things. We could start to dominate the moon. That's a really good idea. Actually, I was thinking more, there's like a bunch of really weird celestial objects that are way out in the Kuiper Belt. Like there's this, I forget the name of it, but if you can Google for it, it's like, if you Google search for like exposed metallic core in Kuiper Belt, it's like some object that's, I don't know, half the size of the moon or something. And it's just a giant round ball of like super dense metal. That'd be a pretty cool place to go. My first business was a coffee shop, bike shop that I built on a bike trailer out of high quality signage. Got up into a trailer, bench top, that I then sold coffee off of. Fixed people's bike. Yeah, simple businesses can be a great way to get started. Want to dominate the open oceans around Antarctica? Yeah, I think that's probably you probably could. There's probably not a lot of competition down there. Imminent domination is being foretold. Why fix it? Get rid of it? I think you're talking about fixing bikes. Why would you get rid of your bike when you can fix it? Hyperstitioned imminent predomination. I don't know what that is. Predomination. That's a made up word. Been fascinated with Point Nemo lately. What's the value in dominating something if nobody sees it? Point Nemo. I forget what that was. That's like some remote island or something. I wonder if a satellite sees me out there. Probably. There's a bunch of satellites now. Let's plant potatoes for eat. That's not a grammatically correct sentence. Robert, can you tell me about this stream, Why World Domination? Well, someone has to do it, so might as well be me. If it's not me, it's someone else. And if you want the full details on the plan, there's a link in the description below. Dog, I want to go for 334 celestial object. 334. 334 is named Chicago. This is a celestial, something out in space, named Chicago. I agree, but potatoes are definitely better for drink. Are we going to keep the names of all the countries? We'll figure that out later. It's like eminent domain, but it already happened, and it was overwhelming. Point Nemo is the furthest point from land on the planet. Oh yeah, I think I watched one of those geology videos about that place. I watched so many of those island videos. I don't remember what the content was. Something was already conquered. They just don't know yet. Yeah, I can understand the concept, I guess. Is that a commonly used word, or is that just making a first appearance in this conversation? So to type into something, Point Nemo is just water. The buoy videos claiming it's Point Nemo are incorrect. There's no buoy at Point Nemo. Research buoy, something else pretty far out there. 324 is the object in our solar system named Chicago. That's pretty random. What is the what is the significance of this celestial object? More interesting is that if I can get in a hypersaline brine pool that is settled in the ocean, it will kill any marine life it tries to enter. So now I'm trying to find those pools closer to home. I'm having trouble seeing how that statement connects to the previous thing about Point Nemo, or the celestial object named Chicago. These just seem like random facts. Have you tried local LLMs? I have not. Throwing a drive-by like on my way through. Thank you. We're up to 3 likes. If I can hop heavy brine pool across the bottom of the ocean, I can eventually reach places like Point Nemo, but more so it's a superior tactical advantage as well as a strategic ability. Nobody will be looking for me in a brine pool. You want to hide there? That's a pretty random thing to do. Let's see, should I bother trying to create an input menu tonight? I've hair. I don't breathe the brine like sea creatures, but I did create an API for social aggregation with an endpoint client that only works with my transport protocol. So it looks like nothing. All right, might have trouble making sense of that, but have a great night. I probably shouldn't start this tonight because I won't have time to finish it and I probably won't work on it next. Bro's just dropping the coordinates of Agartha. Speaks encoded language. All right. How do you decode it? There's my race condition again. That's a really bad bug. I'll have to. The annoying thing is, it's not really going to be possible to fix that until I get the transactions working. Robert, if you do like an hour a day of work, or you like work outside of streaming, you should record it, then make a time lapse of it so we can watch a video of it. It takes a lot of time. Like while I'm working on things, I'll have to, like when I was over the last month of making the last video, I kept thinking like I should make a couple other videos, so I haven't posted one in a while. But it just takes so much time to make the video that I'm already making. I guess that's what I get for making a 2-hour-long video. But that's all of that detail is behind me. So now, realistically, I probably should prioritize trying to get like a couple shorts or something. Maybe make a couple more shorts of this game. Maybe that actually that might actually generate a bit more traffic and sales. You know, if I could actually generate like a few $100 a week on selling custom block types, because there's still lots more minerals I could add. As for doing stuff outside of this, I guess the last almost month has just been like wake up, collect. Like I don't know if you watched the video, but it's just like go through my notes, figure out what I should what documents go along with things. Look at the timeline. Redact the information a bit. just do a recording, and then I'll record for like an hour and something, then transfer the files over, then have to like load them into the editor, edit the scene, and like do a rough pass edit, and then go over it again with like actually edit in the information. And esoteric knowledge is decoded via memes and myth. Okay, it's maybe it just goes over my head because I'm not deep enough into the memes. I have air. I don't breathe the brine like sea creatures, but I did create an API for social aggregation with an endpoint client. I don't, is that part of an actual meme from somewhere? If it is, it could totally goes past my head. But I guess that's the way. Like there's these people that come in all the time to the stream, and they always mention Wayments. There's like, I think probably like 5 different people who talk about Wayments. Are there any Wayment people in the chat right now? And no one has explained to me like what that reference is or where it came from, or maybe I don't know. It's just something they made up for my stream. And of course, there's the 6-7 meme. I never heard of that at all until someone came into chat and they're like, "Say 6-7." Don't think he was speaking esoterically. I think he was just talking about transmitting signal out of his bridge, out of his brine pool. I don't know. It's just doesn't make enough sense. Well, I guess the chat is not super busy tonight. I kind of figured maybe it'd be Christmas. There's a lot of people on with nothing to do. Maybe the chat would be more talkative. I could actually start some coding, but I probably won't stream a lot today anyway. It'll only be 20 more minutes. I don't really care to playtest this anymore because I've already done enough of that. I may just call it a night. I'll take off early. EY618 says, yeah. Happy Christmas. Thank you. Happy Christmas to you as well. Well, I'll probably call it a night. Let's see, tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to get the other code merged in. There's really a lot of stuff I should do. I should look into more like a better streaming UI. That would probably have compounding benefits over time. All right, we'll be back tomorrow night for day 246. Have a good night, everyone. Merry Christmas.